Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
In the last week's episode, we had a lengthy life update about conquering theme park rides and discussing about the UK careers culture. So finally here in part 2, we are now starting the main topic, which is childlike mindset the way to go? Please enjoy.
Is childlike mindset the way to go?
Alright, so basically, I don't know, I mean, ever since we grew up and all that, I guess it's a very popular idea to kind of just, for parents to ask us, you gotta think more like an adult. You have responsibilities, you gotta think more like an adult, and you have to think about how you're gonna have a life after that. You're gonna do things that is actually meaningful, do actual work. Don't stop playing games, stop doing things you like, stop playing music. You're not gonna have a future out of that. Maybe it's more from an Asian perspective, but we are kind of forced to think like what they so-called adult. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, it's cool. Doing that gives you a life. You might be able to earn money, you listen to your bosses, get a good job, eventually end up with a house, a car, have some babies, and then do the same thing over and over again. But that's cool. But in recent years, especially I think mainly during COVID, many people around the world, after staying in their houses for too long, they have self-realization, a new idea came into their head like, what's actually life about? Maybe we should actually care more about ourselves. And so they care, actually not just COVID, maybe before that, Westerners have already this idea, but Asians kind of just got their self-realization during COVID, and we realized that, okay, so maybe following our passion is important, not just doing work, not just we need to actually have work-life balance and all this, so we care a lot more about ourselves. So, and when we think about all this stuff, and even myself, I realized that I neglected, even though I'm not adult yet, I guess I'm more of a young adult. Yeah. I realized that when I was like in my teenage years and all this, because I was listening to my parents' advice and all this, I neglected a lot of my passions when I was genuinely just interested in them, and I just want to pursue them with more interest, and then my family just stop letting me do that, because it's like, example, I really love playing computer games and doing stuff related to computer, and I wanted to join the computer society. I think I mentioned this in one of the previous podcasts, but my parents just say that, I wouldn't want you to join that, because it might look at you now, you spend a lot of time in front of the computer. Imagine if you do this again, you'll be addicted in computers and all that. I was like, but I mean, that is my passion, and I kind of regretted doing that. So, like, even though during that time, whatever I'm thinking is not very forward thinking, I don't really care about how I'll be able to manage a life with just doing computer stuff. But probably if I did that, like one example, one of our, I guess, considerably childlike mindset, a very simple thing is that we're doing this podcast, doing YouTube and all this kind of stuff, not exactly of course, we have the adult mindset on doing this consistently, because we knew that consistency might bring us some success out of this. But the very simple reason why we do this, just, we have a conversation, why not we do it, share to the world, not like people actually care about it as of now. Yeah, not many people care about it, but just do it, because why not? It's a very simple reason. So I'm thinking, like, if we compare about in today's world, we have the adult mindset, which is like, more practical, more about having a safety net and a good life, or should we be more childlike? Like, even creativity, I feel like my creativity got hindered by this adulthood mindset, whereby now when I think about, what do you want in life? 10 years ago, I'll be like, it'd be cool. I have a car. I have a car company. I have a phone company, designing my own phones, even have my own country. That'll be cool, what I thought of. But now I'm just like, it'll be good if I become a billionaire. So yeah, so that's why I'm thinking is the childlike mindset the way to go forward? So what do you think about this, Verene?
To be honest, I find this thing quite interesting, but for myself, I feel like since I was very young, I'm more like those listening to parents' advice and instructions, that kind of child. So I've never really looked into what I really want that much during that time. Yeah. So so I still remember when I was 12 years old, one of my tuition friends, she was 1 year younger than me. So yeah, we were sitting together and we kind of talk about stuff. So that time we have the exam, the UPSR exam. So I actually forget what I said, but she told her mom. Yeah, then her mom say, I have a very mature thinking. That this kind of reminded me maybe I've lost that since I was very young because I've been neglecting it so much. I just follow whatever the adults say that is good for me when I was very young. But
so that's good. Sorry, I will stop you for a moment. So actually, not to demoralize you, I don't know, not to discourage you or something. So even though your friend think that you have a matured thinking, to be honest, you're not having a mature thinking because you're just listening to your parents. Am I right?
yes.
It's actually not like so-called thinking. It's more like following orders.
Yeah, I can say so.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, the way I maybe I project things in a way that people think it's my own thinking, but anyhow, in the background, it is kind of affected by what my parents tell me. Then slowly it built up in me. Yeah, so if we really want to talk about it, maybe it's not my own. Yeah. Then, but there's one thing that I kind of dislike myself since I was very young, which is I'm not creative at all. But yeah, for sure, I neglect everything. How can I get creative though? Yeah. So I kind of I like how when I first know you and after that knowing you more, I like how creative
someone that
you
scold
are.
you though.
I forget about that first. Yeah, I like how creative you are, and actually your sister as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Which is something that I
She
don't
got so
have.
creative that she went in and write what is that? She write letters and then threw into neighbors' postbox just to so-called prank them with their friends. I was like, wow, this is a creativity level that I've never seen. I can't even imagine myself doing this when I was young. Like, wow, what kind of creativity level is this?
I remember there was once that she write the letter with some pickup lines, and then the neighbor thought that maybe the security guard sent it to the daughters, or what is it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, but okay, coming back to this. Actually, can we be greedy and we have both?
You mean like the adult mindset and then the childlike mindset?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like, of course, if we look at what we are doing now, let's say even this podcasting, if we just have a simple childlike mindset, it's fun, recording podcasts, we just do it and then we publish it online and see how it goes. Okay, a few weeks goes by and then I'm like, and then getting nothing out of it, why not just stop the podcast? It's very tiring, doing stuff for no one, and then we stop doing it. Of course, it's good that you started it, but then because of the pure childlike mindset, it just turned out that it just doesn't you won't work out something. But of course, the adult mindset, I'm not sure if we actually need adult mindset, because for me it feels like adult mindset is more like following orders and all this. Yeah. It's more like following orders. It's not exactly just like what your friend said, that you have a mature thinking. For me, when you talk about adult mindset, it doesn't feel like something that is innovative or something. It's just like a very plain, boring instruction following mindset.
I think
like
maybe
a very
sorry to cut you off. I think maybe it's not like following instructions, but more of like fit into the world.
Okay, I agree with that. Actually, that is very true. That is very true. So they kind of fit into a world, so we kind of conform. We don't want to be weird and all this, which is, yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, I think I'll change into that thinking, which is, it's just purely kind of fit into that. I don't think we need to have that adult mindset. To be honest, I don't think there is anything that is value out of it. But what I do think is important is the adult knowledge. Yes, the adult knowledge, not the adult mindset. The adult knowledge is important. But for example, knowing that discipline and consistency actually helps. And then, for example, knowing that while doing things is fun, it is important to find a way to monetize this. Not saying that you need to find a job and make sure that you have a proper life, but at least if you do interest in this, you have to find ways to think about, or learn how to monetize this, how to earn money out of it, because you still need to have a life, but you don't need to fit in like others. You don't have to fit in like the others, where people go and find a job so that, oh yay, I am now earning money for myself, earning for my, like, kind of building a life. But it's kind of important to have this money. So I think that it's important to have a childlike mindset, but the adult knowledge. However, I'm not sure about this, but I just think that it's still important to kind of keep, because, like, of course, adult knowledge, it's not like the child would just know it instantly. It's usually you still need some insights or I don't know, like you need a mentor teaching you about it. But I'm not sure if we should let the children have a mentor, where the mentor just kind of feed in all this kind of stuff, or we should let the children just explore it themselves. Because I feel like if we allow them to explore it themselves, so we let them go with the childlike mindset on its own, I feel like eventually at one point, it could be early or it could be late, they will soon develop this adult knowledge, because eventually they'll learn and all this. So I believe this is a better way than having a mentor, which might feed them the knowledge a bit too early before they fully understand how it works. What do you think of this?
Yeah, actually, I kind of agree. I think if having a mentor, although if, let's say, the mentor wish is to like build every child in a different way to be successful, but anyhow their own thinking, they still indirectly give it to the child, and in the end he or she will just produce 10 same mindset children.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree.
But if you
so
just,
basically, it's kind of, it's still some way of hindering their creativity, like kind of limiting their creativity, right?
Yeah, because
I agree with you.
They will still evaluate what the children tell them, right? They will still, they cannot totally avoid whatever that comes into their own mind. They will still say, I think maybe this is not that good or something. Then yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yeah, because I mean, I find that the right time is very important as well. Not just the right knowledge, but the right time to provide the right knowledge is really important. So like, you might teach something that you feel like it's important, but it might not be the right time for that child to absorb it, and then they might, in a way, understand or implement it in the wrong way, which, of course, it doesn't turn out to have a good result. That's why. So yeah, I find that this is very important. But then, do you think that the most important skill to teach is actually making, I don't know, like, let me rephrase that. The most important, I guess, skill, or I think it's skill, I'll still remain with the word skill. So the most important skill that the child should have is the how do I say that? The willingness to learn, or Yeah, basically the willingness to learn. Because because there's these two things. I mean, one, because imagine if you just let that child go ahead and explore themselves, which is good. They do it themselves. But the thing is, from what I see, there could be two outcomes. They might they just keep learning, and then they are a bit too stubborn, and they believe that, of course, they are learning, but I don't know, they don't get feedback and all that. They just go on trial and error, but then they just do it themselves. And there's another path which they do it themselves, they experience it themselves, but when they find a problem, they try to learn from others as well. So that, at least they hear advices, and then they can kind of figure out themselves. Because I would say that sometimes learning is not just about learning. There is a process of learning within learning as well, a bit complicated, very sorry. So what I'm trying to mean is that when you are actually, even like example, because I've been through startups, I've been through all this kind of events where we talk about ideation and all this. And then we ask mentors, like, okay, so does this work? And then they'll give us different insights. But so that part we are kind of learning. We're learning from different mentors, and then we kind of learn new things. Like, oh, okay, so this might work because he says so. And then we might just have another mentor that comes in and just say, this doesn't work because I've seen something like this, and then it totally didn't work. So that part, I actually got really, really fucking confused when this happened, because I was like, the fuck? We are really firm on this idea like 2 seconds ago when that mentor said that this is totally gonna work. And then now you just came over here and said that this is bullshit. It's not gonna work. Like, what the fuck is going on? So there's this part of learning where like you realize that when you are learning, you get a ton of fucking information. And then from this ton of fucking information, you have to decide what you actually want to learn, or like what is most appropriate for you to learn. Yeah, so but like I think I went a bit too far. I was just talking about like, so do you think it's most important to instill this idea of learning? Because when you put this thought of learning, like figuring things out on your own, or even it made it even worse, because when I talk about like this mentoring part, it kind of talks about figuring things out on your own. But then when we talk about learning from others, it's like you need to actively seek out things. So sometimes you do have to figure things out on your own, even though you are willing to learn from others. But yeah, let's go to the first one first. So if we talk about like, is it just a very important thing to teach our children to have this willingness to learn?
Yes, of course, I'll say, because you can see from the youngsters or what, there will always be a group of people that they are more willing to learn and more curious about everything, and so they tend to have more knowledge as well, because they want to learn more. They are curious, they want to find things out, they want to figure things out. But anyway, there will still have one group of children that I think maybe they didn't have this like learning, willingness to learn kind of mindset, because maybe that's just not something that their parents emphasize, or their environment give it to them. They just, I'll just go through I'll go with the flow, like what comes then I do, then teacher asked me to do homework, then I do homework. My mom asked me to go and have my breakfast, then I go and have my breakfast.
So you say that now you're a lot more rebellious, whereby when your parents ask you to go for dinner, go for breakfast, you wouldn't do. I was like this morning, I was like, I don't want. Only after that, then you realize, like, okay, why not?
But if you ask me myself, in the past, am I willing to learn? I wouldn't say I'm not at all though.
Okay. But just okay. You are willing to learn, but I guess you don't have the realization that you need to learn something.
Yes.
It's more like when people ask you if you want to learn this, it's like, okay, why not? I guess no harm, right? But you wouldn't be like, shit, in this point in life, I probably have to learn about this thing, which might be better for me, something like that.
You just reminded me one thing. when I was still
Is
very
it? Why is it?
when I was still very, I think around standard 1 to 3, I found out like why other people can join all this kind of other activities one, like why I don't have one. Then I feel curious. Then I kind of observe and realize that there's actually one time that people can go and join this and that. That then I try to
Okay. That's cool.
tell my parents, but I think because they don't have the information as well, and then they just think like, why would you want to do this and wasting time and all, and I need to fetch you here and there, because that time I'm not living this near to my school. Yeah, so it's still somehow it's still a bit hard for my transportation and all. So they were like, what the hell is this? I just don't bother about this and go continue to study, that's all. Then after that, during my so yeah, because most of the activity you have to start small. I mean start young. So after maybe like after standard 3, there's no longer chances to join and what. But I know I not envy. What's the word?
Jealous. I don't know.
Jealous.
Kind of
jealous.
same thing.
Yeah.
Envy, jealous.
Okay, maybe lah.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah,
Envy,
it's
jealous.
the
Kind of
same thing.
isn't it?
Same thing. I just use that word. So I'm kind of like jealous about how nice it is that my friends, they can join this kind of stuff, but I don't have the chance. So I guess that's one of the reasons that stopped me from realizing it, because when I had that little idea, I was already being cut off from the whole thing. So slowly I don't have the courage to ask extra as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Alright.
maybe when I went to
Okay.
secondary school, I becomes like a bit more rebellious, that I just say, I want to join this. I will settle all the time, then you just come at this time. You need to come out for lunch also, right? Then yeah, that's the time.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, just this is actually not related to this, sorry. But when I was at my secondary, I don't know why, but I had this feeling that I am burdening my parents. That's why I wouldn't want to do a few things like this. And then, but maybe because I'm lazy as well. I don't know. So, like, I just wouldn't want to do that. It's only until, as when there's a Grab and all these things came out, I would try to manage things myself. But then, my parents would be like, it's okay, we can drive you there, something like that. But then I don't know, I don't like that feeling of owing them, making them do things or something like that. I'm not sure, maybe there's something in my childhood that got me to think about this, but I don't know, but I'll definitely say that I like your idea better. The one that you have, the mindset that you have during secondary school that kind of push you to do more things and all that. I wish I had that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes me grow a lot as well.
Yeah. But I am glad, but I guess I don't know when I got out of this thing when I joined my homeschool, and then subsequently after that, when I was in my university. Yeah, but definitely I don't know. I just try to do all things myself if possible. Like example. That's why I really like public transport. I really wanted public transport around my area, because that will make everything so easy. I can just like ride the MRT or something to go whatever I want, because I would during university, most of the time that I would travel out is usually during, I think, Friday, because Friday I'm always traveling back home, and then since I'm gonna take the MRT anyway, so what I do is I would just go to places on the way. Go to KLCC for some convention, go to Lao Yan, to check
And
out
with your
computers
luggage?
and something like that. Yeah. I think, wait, that happened. I mean, yeah, with my luggage, but okay, of course it depends, but I think if I have that, I will have some other plans usually. I'll have some other plans, like I probably minimize the luggage, something like that, but of course, yeah, that kind of happened. I guess that kind of happened. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like burdening other people with stuff. Yeah, like even today, I like when my friends are doing all this. Of course, friendship is a cool thing. They pick me up and all this. But I would be clear, because I would be clear that if you guys, I I won't mind paying you guys, not saying that, not trying to hint that I'm rich or something, but as the thing like, if you actually kind of like for covering the petrol fees or whatever, maintenance fee, whatever, I don't mind, like toll fee, whatever, because I mean, the thing is, when you are fetching me, not only we're having this friendship time, you're actually saving me from paying for Grab or whatever, which, they do charge me as well. So I don't mind paying that to you. So but yeah, if you want it, I don't mind them telling me. I don't know. I just have this thing where I don't like to owe someone, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like, if I can solve things myself, I would literally prefer that. Yeah.
Oh my god, then you make me feel like I owe my friend so much.
No. I mean, I just tell them, but rarely that happens. I think I only paid that bill once. Yeah. Most of the time I'm driving myself. Yeah. So yeah, that rarely happens. But when my friends do that, I wouldn't charge them also. I don't know. But of course, internally, I'm okay with that. Like eating food and all, just like how often, at least with my friends, how often do we go out and have a meal? Like, sometimes I don't even care about the meal as long as, especially after I earn money with my company and something like that. Yeah, might as well. I don't really care about it. We're having a great time. That's the main thing. So that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, okay, going back to the topic, when we talk about learning is important. So especially just now when we talk about the realization thing, like what you said, you never realized that you wanted to learn something would be interesting if you learn about it. So from that, do you think that from that, literally that point, it just shows that it's important to have this figuring out thing as well. We have to teach our child to figuring out. So then, how should we teach our child about that? You gotta learn, but you still gotta figure out things. Right, isn't it? Like, it's, I mean, I guess that is the main thing, how it differs from the adult mindset.
Yeah.
But I guess this is the two main thing that, we can kind of just, it's not just curiosity though. Figuring out isn't just purely curiosity. Curiosity you can still learn from others, but then like figuring out is literally figuring out. Like you have to do it yourself. Personal judgment and all this. So how would you teach your children on this?
Actually, I feel like
figure things out. Figure shit out.
you like, since they are still very, very young, haven't been go to those like schooling age, you just some simple things, you just let them try error and do it. I think slowly they will have that habit of to try to figure things out before they go and learn from others. Like you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, I guess actually, to be honest, thinking about all that stuff in which including like whether they'll just end up the way where they try to figure everything out on their own, or even they might just follow a so-called adult mindset. It's a bit overthinking, a bit too much overthinking from us as well. I mean, like, whatever, just let them do whatever. I guess just encourage them to do whatever they want. I guess eventually they will figure them out.
Yeah, true.
I guess we're actually overthinking about a bit too much here, but
yes, actually, I think sometimes we are all thinking about a bit too much. Like if they are that young, they just do whatever they want. Then slowly they will figure their way also.
Yeah.
Like sometimes.
But okay. Now let's get back to an interesting topic. Would you say that it's gonna be interesting. I'm look forward to your facial expression after I realize what we're talking what we're gonna discuss. So, would you think that your childhood contributed to the fear that you have at theme parks? As not like, so would you think that it's because like somehow some mindset influence that now you wouldn't dare to just go on the scariest rides?
Maybe yes, like it kind of build up my personality and all, and whatever.
Then do you think like if okay, go on.
I mean, most of the time when we have those fears that is related to the past, right? Although I don't recall any single specific thing that is related to all this fear. So I guess that they slowly build something.
Not exactly fear. It's probably like, your parents asking you to be a lot more careful, like, somehow scaring you with all their words and other, like, oh, very scary, all that stuff, doing that. Then it kind of infiltrated your mind, thinking that is actually scary, even though it is not that scary.
Possible. But I just recall one incident that, I don't know, in the past, I think one utama there's a like park or something that is for children.
Oh.
I don't know, is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still there.
But,
it's still there.
Oh, is
It's
it?
like kind of the sky garden thing. It's
okay.
like it's like a tropical-ish thing. Yeah.
Then when I don't remember what age am I in that time. Then I went for a slide. I know already past standard 4. Yeah. So my sphere has already started. So there's a slide thing that we have to climb all the way up, quite high for me. Yeah. Then there's just one way to come down, which is from the slide. Then I just climbed with my cousin and my brothers. Halfway up there, I realized I cannot continue. Then my mother scolded me down there.
Oh.
She said, just go up and come down. I said, I cannot. Then I slowly climb all the way back down.
I think I'll just push you up.
I climbed all the way back down. She was so angry down there, I know. But I just cannot continue. Actually, I haven't reached the top yet. Almost there, but I just cannot continue. That is too high for me. I just cannot continue that time. I was so scared that I'm crying and crawling all the way back down.
Okay. Yeah, I guess from this, I mean, I don't know, I guess I'll encourage my kid to try the toughest one. Of course, yeah, I'll still do the same thing like what I'm gonna do to you. I am just gonna let them do, of course, like, because like kids, I wouldn't want to force them. You're different because you know what you want, but I would I would like convince you, like, you know how to process, so I will convince you, and you kind of know that those things are safe and all that. You wouldn't, like, kids would just think that, oh my god, that's so fucking high, it feels dangerous, but you know that those are safe. Of course I'll push you to do it, because I know that your mind is working. You are not actually being forced. If you actually ended up there, it's because you actually thought about it as well. So it's like you kind of bought into my idea, so then that's okay. But if it's my kid, of course I wouldn't force them up there, but if they're okay with that thing, even though it's scary, they never tried it, I'll let them do it. But if they feel very scared after that, of course, just like the same thing as you, I would let them try, like, based on kind of their result from that. I'll like decide what to go on after that, I'll say. Yeah. Do you think you cry from a scary roller coaster ride?
Yes.
Let's see that, shall we? I'll prepare a lot of tissues, don't worry.
You know that day when I went to Genting, there's actually a bit of tears in my eyes, just that I didn't let it out.
Oh, like you cry because happy, scared, or sad?
Scared. I feel like I'm dying.
Okay. Let's go and try the scariest ride next time. Oh my god. Yay!
So
to be honest,
until today, I still can remember the Genting ride. That
are you gonna do that again though?
Maybe to just conquer my fear.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
But until now, I'm still very thankful that my friend grabbed my hand that time. If not, I don't know. Maybe I
can grab your hand.
Actually,
I can do that.
I scared if my friend didn't grab my hand that time, maybe I'll faint.
Serious? I'll grab your hand.
Actually, for the Vuvuzela,
but do you think that, to be honest,
my colleague was so...
I feel like, to be honest... Oh, sorry. You go on.
Sorry, yeah. For the Vuvuzela, actually, my colleague was so scared that I'm too scared until I fainted. That's the most dangerous part, because if I fainted, I'm unconscious, my hand won't be holding the thing anymore. Oh. They cannot grab me also, because but it's like going to...
Okay. But actually, don't worry. Don't worry about that, because like they have all this safety measure. It's so safe that if you actually fall out of the tube, actually it's not exactly tube, that one, but then like, if you fall out of that, you still arrive safely down there. Like you won't get injured and all that. It's a confirmed thing. It's a confirmed thing. But yeah, just that of course it's scary that someone fainted because of that, but it's not like you fly out of that thing lah. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. They did all this kind of stuff. It's like safe to that level. Yeah. But then I was gonna say what? Actually, do you think that the ride that you did at Genting, that one, I feel like that is scarier than roller coaster. You know?
Why?
And even though the toughest roller coaster, why is it, right? Interesting, right? Yeah, you're interested in this, right? Because that one, they are doing in a repeated motion.
Oh.
In a repeated motion. You are experiencing the same time over and over and over again. Roller coaster, there is peak and then there's lows. And then once it's done, it's done. You can see the beginning and the end. That one, you just like, holy shit, it's like going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I don't know, I felt like
I cannot see anything. I feel
you cannot see any yeah, but then like, cause like I mean, yeah, but then like just the whole process you're experiencing like a scary thing. Maybe it's going up to the peak and then it remains at the peak and then it goes down. But then like roller coaster is like peak or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, and then roller coaster is faster because I mean, in order to make a roller coaster longer, you have to make the ride longer, which is usually quite impossible. And this one, I mean, it's repeated motion. We can just keep doing it over and over again. It's not that hard. Yeah. So I feel like roller coaster and water rides is even shorter because I mean, water rides it's tougher. So actually, it's not as scary. I feel like that might be scarier. Yeah. Because you get that thing, you're like, oh my god, I'm fucking stuck on this thing with this scary thing over and over again. Roller coaster, it might be scary. 1 time scary, 2 times scary, but then like those are the peaks. And then every time when you're getting kind of scared, you're getting that adrenaline rush. It's a different feeling. It's not the same one as the last time. Because like, it's a different kind of adrenaline rush.
Yeah, but actually, I'm quite scared of those like very fast things also. Because most of the time, I have that feeling that I'm flying out. Like, actually, is Vuvuzela very fast?
I mean, it's water speed. Yeah. But, actually, that one, okay, I can recall the feeling, but I can kind of describe my feeling for you. So, when you're going down, it's fun because you're sliding both sides, so that is a bit scary. You kind of feel like you will get flung out, but no, you won't. And that is the fun part. That is quite fun. But the best part is at the end, when you actually fall down into the giant tornado thing, there is the moment of falling where you feel like your heart is leaving your physical body. I don't know how to describe that. Literally, you feel like your heart is like flying out of your physical body. That kind of feeling. I love that feeling, even though it's kind of scary. I love that feeling. And then that is like the best part, and then you just go both sides and then it ends. So
sorry.
I think it's okay, it's fun, but then it's like the adrenaline rush is probably like 6 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is definitely the one that you're standing and you drop down because yeah, it's just like you just scary because you're gonna drop like
committing suicide.
But then that's actually very fast. It's like faster than Vuvuzela. What is it?
Like committing suicide, that kind of.
It's worse than that because you're not in control. I mean, you know. But then the thing is, by the time it's counting down, you're already in there. You can't do shit about it, you know. You can't do shit about it. You're just like, here we go. And dead or alive. Like
for like, what was that? I feel it's faster than the one that you say, nah, it's nothing that right. But yeah, and I feel a lot faster that I feel like
the tube one, the snake tube-ish, is it?
Yeah. I feel like I'm flying out from.
Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. That's like just.
Yeah, I know lah. That's not fun for me, but that's fun for me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, from the circle.
No, you never tried others. That's why you just think that is fun.
From the circle thing, the Vuvuzela one. I really feel like I'm flying out from that thing. I don't think is it because I'm too light or
I remember there is the sensation because you're getting flung side by side on that. So you have that thing, that feeling. But then, I don't know, it's a fun part. Do you find that fun? No? Do you find like the point when you're feeling that you're getting flung out but then you're not?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. But no.
Did I tell just now that actually I don't know what happened, that one of my hand just let go from the holder thing. I just left with one hand. I hold on so hard that when I come up, I come down from that. Actually, I think I kind of not sprained. How do I say that? Yeah.
Your muscle is so tense, I think.
No, that's one point that I heard it. I don't know how to explain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then,
I don't know.
I don't know. That time, actually, my mind's still working a bit because my colleague, one of my colleagues, she let go one of her hand and grabbed my hand. She's scared I really fly out. Then because I cannot see, I close my eyes, so I'm afraid that she's just holding on me. She's not holding on anything. I'm scared she'll fly out.
Oh, but to be honest, if you actually let go of both hands, you will not fly. You will not fly out. You fall down onto the people opposite you. Because the reason why it will actually go up is because there is not much friction between the water and the floaty thing. Yeah, but so it's kind of controlling the whole float as a whole. It's trying to push that thing out, but not you, because you're in it. Yeah.
Oh, finally we find the word. We should call that the float, right?
Yeah, the float, not the tube.
Finally we find the word.
Yeah, the floaty thing. Oh. Yeah, okay. Alright, so yes, I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna bring you to one of the toughest rides ever. Yay, next time. Oh, amazing. And I'm gonna do the same to my children, assuming that they are okay with it. And if they get scared, I'm like, okay, never mind, let's go on with merry-go-round.
No, for children, it's not that hard because you can see usually those that
Especially
don't scare
they never
anything at
experience
all.
it, right?
Yeah, they don't scare anything at all. They can just go for whatever they want.
Right?
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah, that's why I think my way works. Just that it actually works harder on adults.
Yeah. Like super hard, okay?
Yeah. Like definitely my grandma and all that, they wouldn't want to. Okay, that's too dangerous. I might kill her because, you know, high risk man. Yeah, they might get heart attack or something.
Oh, I just recall one very cute thing. So yeah, that there was one, I don't know how do I say that like a tube of water. Yeah. Then there's a thing that you can sit on top. So someone at the ground, they will just throw a ball towards one thing, that whenever it hits the thing, then the ball will open, then you drop into the water. But
they have that there?
Very small one. Yeah,
it's very small, I know. Yeah, have you tried that?
No, I didn't because
did you fall?
No, I didn't try because the water is a bit dirty.
Oh.
Because it's on the sand itself. Yeah, it's on the sand. So you can see from the water tank or what. Yeah, it's very dirty, so I don't want to go in.
Okay.
But that was...
I know that's fun, but I didn't try that as well. There was this thing in Escape. I didn't try that as well.
There was a few like
we should go Escape.
One family.
I thought of bringing you to Escape, you know. But you go on, so sorry.
Yeah. There was a family of white people, but two women with a few young daughters or what. Then one very small baby, she want to go in, but she's too young, too short, cannot. Then she cried. Was so pity of her. Yeah. The worker was like, oh my god, I didn't want to reject you from going in, but then just
like, really cannot, man. Like safety reasons and all that.
Yeah. She cried like, cannot. But her sister or what play like so happy, didn't even bother about her, continue and play. The mother are carrying her.
Do you think you can do flying fox?
So far still cannot. Actually, I gave it a thought yesterday because I saw that. But then I still cannot convince myself yet. Maybe I will do it one day, but not now. I need to convince myself first.
Yeah. Probably that's why. I mean, I really thought of bringing you to Escape, but one thing is because of time now. There's not enough time when we were at Penang. But another thing is that because when you buy an Escape ticket, it's like the wet and the dry part all together. So of course the wet part, I think even though some might be scary-ish, but it should be okay with me, with you. I assume that those are okay. But I understand that flying fox, those are a bit too extreme for you. So I think it probably wouldn't worth it. Because like there are some which are very fun, very challenging ones. Even me and Z, when we're doing that, it was scary because like you literally imagine walking on what do they call that? It's a kind of like circus, and then they have this I think steel rope, I don't know, like
Oh my god.
so imagine walking on a line like 3 stories above, and then there's like can literally see down there. That's like one of the fun. So there's 3 levels. There's like, I think one that's just 1 story high. If you're going, I think maybe you can try the 1 story high one, slowly conquer your fear. I think then 1 story would be good enough for you if you went there. Honestly, because we went to second, I was like, that's so easy. We went straight up to the third, and then like we kind of regretted it. It was like, we went because like the thing is, it's actually there's so many routes to go from, so many of them. It was like crazy. You can go on any one of them, but the problem is that once you went there, you have to find your way back. It doesn't end there. You have to find your way back.
Oh my god.
That's the thing, and then like because like there are many pathways, and once you went through one, it doesn't mean that, okay, unless you go back the same way, but if you want to continue and go back, you can't just try another way to go back from that one. You have to travel continuously forwards until you can go back. Yeah, that's the scary part. But then like, because like it's like 3 stories, quite scary, and some of them we actually don't know how to pass through them. Yeah, so it's like quite hard, and some of them literally, because I'm not sure if you can understand. So some of the pathway, you can, the things that you are stepping on are all, how do I say that? It's very hard to describe this. Okay, so usually on those kind of stuff, you're gonna have a few. You're gonna do it one step by step, like one step by one step by one step, and then most of them each of them are linked together. So when you step on something and then you step on the other thing wouldn't shake, because even if it shakes, it's shaking at the same rhythm as the other foot that you're stepping on. So it kind of gives you a sense of security because you can expect what is happening. So if it shakes, you wait for it to stop and then you can step on it, because you can control it. You can feel it from the other leg. But then there are some which the second step is totally disconnected from the first one. So you can have your legs on the first one, and then once you want to step on the other, you have to kind of take a leap of faith to lift up, and then try to grab on the other, and then you're stepping on 2 individual shaky platforms. Yeah, those are the scariest ones. So that's why, for that, definitely I won't bring you, because I know even for me, I am partially trying to conquer. I can finish it, but then it would scare the hell out of me. Like going through that, I was like, oh my god, I feel like I achieved a lot doing that. So like doing that first story is already a great achievement for you, but then like that one is actually quite fun. Some of them literally, I don't know why, it's like just there's like tubes, disconnected tubes or something like that, and then we just literally climb on top of that tube, slowly going through the rope, and then just like climbing through like that. It's like very weird, but then we kind of got it through. Yeah. Actually, one of the easiest is, imagine if there's just a steel line, rope, I don't know. Walking through that's actually the easiest, to be honest. Even though it seemed like the hardest, that is actually the easiest. Other stuff, oh fucking hell, they can make a lot terrible stuff than that. So yes, I guess, I don't know, just thought of going to escape, but then I realized that a bit too extreme for you, so probably maybe next time.
Yeah.
Because I know you can fully utilize the water park, but then the other part, like you probably wouldn't enjoy it that much. But yes, I guess anything else from you? Childlike mindset to go, important, with adult knowledge, I guess. Summarize. Do you agree?
Again? Say it.
Childlike mind. Is childlike mindset the way to go? Yes, but then of course with adult knowledge, but then we just try to let our kids to figure out and learn themselves.
Yeah. And I think I have one additional point. Like usually those people that stand out and are successful, they still have their childlike mindset, and in certain way, they didn't totally lose it.
They're doing things that are that adult say stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, they are so-called stupid by adults.
Yes.
Perfect, amazing. Do you have any insights that you'd like to share for this session?
Yeah, I think today I saw, actually I think I saw this for a few times already, just that today I still remember. Last time I forget. Okay, so it kind of it's like a few sentences saying like most of the time when there's something bad that happened to us, we usually blame ourselves so much that maybe sometimes it's not related to our own, it's maybe some like external factors that cause this outcome or what, but anyhow we blame ourselves so much until we kind of like say we are not worth this much or something. But whenever we saw so it kind of used an analogy, like whenever we saw a mirror that is dirty, will we think that it's us that is dirty or the mirror that is dirty?
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a mirror.
Yeah. So why when something bad happened to us, we have to always criticize ourselves that much?
Yeah.
Until
Okay.
in the end we feel so inconfident all the time.
Yeah. I agree. There's the same thing. Oh shit! Oh my god! I knocked on the mic. Oh my god! Sorry. I hope that doesn't cause much interruption. I have to review that clip and hope that the sound is okay. But so I heard this quote from someone. Oh yeah, there's a funny thing, yesterday we were discussing with my friends and then we were talking about just a short story here. So we're discussing about computer science stuff, and then one of my friend which is studying PhD, and then so her friends is doing PhD and then is marking exam papers for one of our modules, a module which I didn't take, but then it's very funny that she found that one of the students wrote in a Sun Tzu quote.
Oh, okay.
A Sun Tzu quote. I mean, it doesn't make sense or something, but then I don't know, it's just interesting that some student wrote that in. Yeah, but yeah, so I there's this quote that I saw from someone saying that he always attribute luck into his life, whether it's good thing happening or bad thing happening. So if it's a good thing happening, he'll just say that it's probably just luck, so it wouldn't happen very often, so he wouldn't get overconfident and he wouldn't always expect success. And if it's bad thing happening, he will contribute it to luck as well. So it's just bad luck. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes occasionally. Don't dwell too much on it, which is actually quite a good mindset as well. We just don't focus too much on that. But I would say that of course I like yours more. Why think so much about it? It's not always about us.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sometimes I feel like imposter syndrome is always there. Like when something good happens, you still have to think so much that maybe I'm not that good. Just that just let it be since it happens.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm also trying not to think so much nowadays.
I mean, I agree. I still have some. Can't deny that I still have some. We're all working towards that. I guess you're a lot better in that ways. Yeah. Better than your friends.
What?
I hope they don't hear this. Better than your friends. I'm not gonna specify. Hope they don't hear this. Oh my god, so bad. I feel so bad. In Verene's defense, I am the one who thinks that that friend is thinking about it. And she wasn't the one saying that caused me to think this. So it's my independent thinking. So Verene has no fault on this. Blame me. Yeah. Nothing bad for you, Yeah, just some disclaimer. But yeah, I guess that's the anything else? I guess no more.
No.
Yeah, so amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be another 2-part episode because it's like 1 hour 30 minutes. So we stick with our plan. So around, as long as we can make it a 30-minute episode, then we'll usually split it into 2 episodes. So yeah, this one can make into 2 45-minute episodes. So amazing. Originally we plan on recording 2, but you can't, so now we only have 1. Still, we ended up with 2. Amazing. So yes, I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks everyone for listening. Do leave us comments through email, social media, or even on our YouTube channel, and do rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Yeah, so yes, other than that, thanks everyone for listening, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on Apple Podcast. If you are not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with the link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.